Hello, you guys, Luxuria Moon Goddess, and today for Real Talk Friday, we will be discussing I am glad that I don't have any friends. So, with that being said, let's get into it. I am honestly glad that I do not have any friends, and I'm going to tell you as to why that is. With people, especially nowadays, the thing is with most people, most adults nowadays, most people do not know how to be a good friend in this day and age. It's not like how it was, back in the day or when you're younger as a child. Most people truly do not know how to be a good friend. So, with that being said, for me personally, I don't really see it, and I have a different view of friendships on most people. First and foremost, First and foremost, I personally don't really believe in adult friendships like that. I just don't. And the reason being, to me, friendships in your childhood are honestly more important and even more valuable than friendships in your adulthood. It just doesn't hit the same way. It really just doesn't hit the same way. What friendships when you're a child, they're important to you when you're a child. That is honestly when you need them the most. When you're a child, you have friends, you do fun things together, you don't have the stresses of life or responsibilities like taking care of children. You connect on a different level when you're a child, you know how it was, when you were a child. People would just like you because they like your hair or you like the way you dress. It was very simple. Adults, when the thing is with adults, people nowadays, they have hidden agendas. They have hidden agendas. Most people are up to something. They have a hidden agenda. When they meet you, they want something from you. They want to get something to benefit from you. And I am not one. Again, with most people, I just honestly feel like most people should not have me as a friend because most people don't make good friends. Most adults don't know how to be a good friend. And I've had instances where, because I don't really, and it's not that I'm not into socializing. I will socialize with you. If somebody approaches me, I'm not one of those people who have a problem with talking to somebody. They approach me, they greet me. That's fine. We can have a conversation. We can, talk to people at events or whatever, something like that. But I just don't care for friendships. I haven't made a friend, and I'm only 28 years old. But I haven't made a friend in 10 years. I haven't made a friend in over 10 years. And honestly, I can say I feel fine without friendships. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Because most people are not truly a good friend. People aren't going to really be there for you like they should be. In this world, especially in today's times, you really have to be there for yourself. Most people are not going to be a good friend. They don't know how anymore. They don't know how to be a good friend, let alone a decent friend. People will use you. People will take advantage of you. People have hidden agendas. People will steal from you your energy, your time, your youth, especially as a woman. They will drain you. And a lot of people are sitting in these friendships and they tell you growing up, which I don't believe in this bullshit for a moment. Oh, well, you shouldn't be taking tabs or, keeping score, and you should just be open to being friends with people. It's not about what you get out of the relationships. No, no, I don't buy that for a minute. I'm not going to be friends with someone. If I'm in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, romantic relationship, if this person is not adding some type of value into my life, if they're not providing more to me than I do for myself, I don't see a reason to be in the relationship. I just won't see a reason. I won't have any reason. They're not adding any type of value in my life. I'm not getting anything out of this. And people will tell you, "Oh, well, that's selfish. That's sociopathic. You shouldn't do that." No, that's how they set you up. Because, and I'm going to do a video topic on this at some point. Society sets you up to be used and abused and what have you. I'm not for one to sit in any type of relationships and it's not benefiting me. I don't care how selfish that it sounds, because those same people who are telling you, "Oh, that's selfish, you shouldn't do that," and they're judging you for it, they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing in their mind. They're not going to tell you, of course. And a lot of people are sneaky with it and will do it under the cover of darkness. But please do not be in any relationship where you're not benefiting from it. These friendships nowadays, I would rather have no friends at all than to have a lousy friend. They say, there's a saying, with friends like this, who needs enemies? Some of y'all are out here holding on to these toxic friendships or being in these relationships, in these friendships with people, especially if you know them, you met them when you were younger and you know them for a long time, and you're just holding on when this person probably doesn't even deserve you. And you're sitting there settling for less, being in a friendship with this person who secretly hates you, who secretly hates you and resents you and is jealous of you. Why even bother? Why would I bother to be in a friendship like that? Just to say, because a lot of people nowadays, although I'm seeing more and more videos, I think more people nowadays, especially people my age, younger generation, are getting more comfortable with being single and being alone as a whole. But there are some people wanting, complaining, "Oh, I'm just so lonely. I don't have any friends, and it's just hard out here." Like they were talking about, especially when y'all remember when the pandemic hit and da 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 da. Anyway, I've never had this personality. I've always been wired to be more solitary anyway. I just can't fathom wanting to settle for friendships with lousy people, with no good people who are draining you, who are stealing you, and especially with female friendships. And a lot of people are going to come for me for this, but female friendships are difficult. Making friends with other women are difficult. It's chaotic. There's drama. And a lot of women are going to say, "Oh, well, that's stereotypes, that's misogynistic, it's not all women are like that." I'm sorry. A lot of women are like that. A lot of women say that they don't like chaos, they don't like drama, and yet they cause it to other women. I just can't settle for that. And I don't believe in friendships with men. Some people gonna come for me for that. I don't care. I'm not going to be friends with a man. With the nature of men, they're very sociopathic. They're very transactional by nature, and they especially have hidden agendas for women. I just don't really believe in being friends with men. I just personally don't. It's not for me. So, with that being said, I just can't. I'm not one of those people to settle for lousy friendships. Personally, for me, I can just be my own best friend. I have my back. I look out for myself. Who else is going to look out for me realistically, other than myself? I have to have my best interests at heart. I have to be there for me. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people will smile in your face. They'll act like they'll be there for you. People say a lot of things. But here's the thing. Words are just words. Most people don't back the actions behind those words. So with that being said, I have to be there for me. I just have to. I've lived long enough. I've seen enough. And a lot of people, "Oh, even though you're young, da da da," I don't care. I've seen enough. I've already gone through enough in my 28 years of life. I've seen the average person. I know how most people operate. I have to be there for myself. I have to be my own best friend. No one is going to be a good friend to me like I am there for myself. And I've accepted that. It is the way it is. I'm not sad about not having friends. Honestly, I enjoy having no friends. And this is going to sound selfish. I don't really care. But I have more time to myself. I enjoy having more time to myself. I don't want to be caught up, and again, with most people, they caught up or they make plans, and I've had this happen many times. I've had people, and it doesn't happen often, but usually people have to reach out to me if they want friendships or whatever. I've had this happen so many times. People will ask to be my friend, or ask for my phone number, or what have you. And then they don't even text like that. They don't even text. They don't call. Well, most people don't call like that nowadays. But they won't even text. What was the purpose in asking for my number from the get go? Tell me this. Riddle me this. I don't understand the people who operate with this mindset. They act like they're interested. They talk to you. And then they say, "Oh, I'm busy." Well, don't waste my time. Don't waste my energy. Do not ask for my phone number if you're so busy, and most people aren't busy. It's people acting like they're walking around being high-powered CEOs or whatever's going in their egotistical mind. Whatever. I don't have time for that. My time is too valuable to deal with people who make excuses. I don't have time for that. My time is valuable. And my belief is, and my saying is time is nearly as valuable as money. You're not going to get that time back. And some of y'all in these lousy relationships and in these lousy friendships, y'all are going to be sitting and reflecting years later, because at some point you're going to wake up and you're going to realize, oh my goodness, this person is a toxic friend. She's a lousy friend. She's not a good person. She doesn't really have my best interests at heart. I can't believe I wasted all these years trying to be friends with this person. Some of y'all are going to have that moment. And you're going to be like, you're going to regret it. Because you sat in this friendship and you wasted all this time with someone who doesn't even deserve you. Why settle for a lousy friendship? I can't do it. And a lot of people do it. I understand why a lot of people do it. They're afraid. There are people who are uncomfortable with being alone. I have no problem with being alone. I've honestly been alone for most of my life. And I'm solitary by nature. But a lot of people, they can't handle it. And we saw it. The ones who understand and resonate with me, y'all saw it when that pandemic hit. Y'all remember back in 2020 when the pandemic hit, the coronavirus, and people couldn't be at their jobs and they couldn't see their friends and they had to wear the mask and all that. We saw it. They couldn't handle being alone. They couldn't take it. So they would rather settle for these lousy friendships with people who are no good to you. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm not that type of person. Because I know my worth and I know I deserve better. If I'm going to be if I'm going to be friends with someone, they have to be on my level. I'm at the age and I'm at the point in my life where I can't settle for lousiness. I can't settle for excuses. I cannot settle for my time being wasted. I just can't do it. It's not for me. So I would rather just be enjoying spending my time on my own, doing the things that I enjoy, having the interests that I have. And I do have some eclectic interests, I'm not going to lie. And some people don't get it. Some people just not into it. But I don't care. I'm into it. So I would rather spend my time on my own doing those things that I enjoy than to settle in a friendship or pretending to be into things that I'm not into. I'm not the average person. I'm just not the average person. I've learned this throughout my life. I don't look average. I don't think average. And it's not to say, not to be against average people, but I just have a different mindset. I'm not one of those people. A lot of times they say growing up, oh, fitting in, fitting in. Why do I want to fit in? I don't want to be like everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. Why would I settle? Why would I? To me, fitting in, like especially when they talk about this in school, for me that's settling for less. That's downgrading myself. I don't want to fit in. I don't want to have to pretend to be into something, to be into something that I'm not into, just to get the approval of somebody who, again, is a lousy friend, who's not on my level anyway. Why would I do this? I can't do that. I just can't do it. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. I just can't do it. I can't have a lousy friendship. I can't be in a friendship where someone's not putting out the same energy, where someone's not putting out the same effort, where someone's not really giving the same amount of attention. I can't do it. It's not for me. It's not for me. So I would rather just be my own best friend. And that's just the way I am. I just rather be my own best friend because I know that I care about myself. And I can give myself the attention, I can give myself the love, I can give myself the care that I truly deserve. So, that's all I have for this one. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. Have you ever had a lousy friendship? Let me know in the comment section, and I will check you later in the next one. Bye-bye.